Willow Creek fans, this is Tony Sawyer again, and we thought we'd do our #2 Facebook Live for you guys. And we're at the Racing Ranch is what we're calling that, this sale this week, and you're going to see here in a few minutes. We're not going to be doing the house today. We're actually going to just be doing the inside or the contents of the garage. And there's a lot of great things in here. So let's start off by this vintage cooler we think is from the 1940s. So this cooler was left outside, but I think it's got a lot of opportunity for anybody that was wanting to refinish or redo a cooler. And it's actually a 2-door cooler, so it's kind of cool. So if you're interested in something like this, this is probably the piece for you if you like restoring things like this. So we're going to go inside right now. On this side, you can see that we have a lot of vintage tools, and some of the tools are actually handmade tools. So if you're into vintage tools and you like those that have been handmade by someone, this is probably a great sale for you to attend. Coming on down here, you'll see some Tonka toys. These Tonka toys have probably been set outside. They're a little rusty, but they're quite old. And they're vintage toys, and it'd be great if you're collecting toys. This is probably some items that you might be interested in. Now, for all the NASCAR fans, we have tons of little NASCAR cars here, as well as you can see, we also have some more license plates at the last sale. We actually have a few vintage 60s license plates for Virginia, as well as some quite rare Tennessee tags. If you look down here, you'll see these are Ford, and what is it, Karen?
It's Dodge.
Dodge. I've already messed up, guys.
And they're Lancer.
Dodge Lancer hubcaps, and quite rare to find, and we actually have 4 of them. And then we have some different hubcaps, some for Cadillacs, and there's just a variety of different hubcaps all the way back through there. As you can look, as Karen's showing you right now, these are custom rod and custom books, as well as some other vintage books in here for different things like your automobile, how to work on them. And most of these are all from the 1960s, going up to the first of the early 70s. We also have some little railroad cars, vintage pieces made by Tyco and Bachmann. And then, Karen, if you'll pan up here, you can see some vintage
Bridles.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Bridles. I was thinking about the pulleys that go along with them. We have quite a few of those, like probably 7 or 8 of those. They're not in the best shape, but they're quite old. Then we have some vintage tools. We have some vintage sickles. Some of these have been handmade, along with some more of the pulleys for like plowing and things like that. We have a corn chucker right here, as well as some vintage horseshoes. Then we have, we have some vintage shoeforms. Quite a few of those. We probably have about 20 in there, and those are fairly old, and I think they are probably American vintage shoeforms. Some more pulleys down here, as well as we have a few vintage bottles. We also have a rare collection of Return of the Jedi, Star Wars. There's 4 of those glasses, and we have some Superman glasses as well. These are really nice. We have a lot of Coca-Cola glasses, a few Pepsi glasses, and we also have this plastic container. I was looking this up online, and I found out that if this was in excellent condition, it'd be worth about $100. Unfortunately, the handles are both broken. We have just some vintage cans with Coca-Cola cans, as well as we also have a saltine cracker can. some that will actually hand forged, and you can see where they've actually been cut off from the blow mold. Once again, some more NASCAR racing items. We have a drill press here, very vintage fan that we have, and inside here we have lots of things that relate to automobiles, cleaning automobiles, spray paints, quite a few items there. And once again, these cabinets are for sale. They're pretty cool. They look really neat. Have you guys heard me? If so, someone let me know. Can they hear us? Can you all hear us? Are we having a problem with that? If not, then you got to see a good-looking guy, as well as you got to see lots of items in this place. So here we actually have vinegar
Skirts.
skirts. We have two of those. Very, very nice. We have a Comet Sky
Shield.
shield, and these are quite rare. When we were looking these up, it was quite rare to even find these, and this one is in excellent condition. Another stop sign. We have some drills. We also have some saws here as well. And then if you look on the bottom, he was a collector of gas cans, and there's lots of vintage gas cans here. Car jacks and lifts for your automobile, and we also right here have dolly for your spray
It's a welding cart.
welding card for spray painting or welding, either one of the two. And then we have this fan that is in working condition, still going. It's a great large fan. If you're looking for something for a big garage, that would be something you might be interested in looking and coming and seeing. We have some tires. We actually have one racing tire here. And then we actually have some rims. We have 97 F-150 rims here. 4 of those. They're aluminum. We actually have an exercise piece of equipment. And then we have some coolers here as well, Coleman coolers. And then I'm not sure what this is. And so if anybody knows what this is, give us a call or put it on Facebook here. I'd love to know. We tried to figure it out, and I still haven't figured it out. If you need a central vac system, this does work. I did look this up. This system here originally cost about $1,000, brand new. So it's priced well to sell. And then we have a smaller one. And then we have all the attachments that go with the vacuum cleaner. And we have tents here, outdoor tents to put together. Some old vintage oil cans. We have the spouts for them. We also have some oil cans that are vintage as well. This one's kind of cool. So there's where you put your oil, and then you would put your funnel right there. Kind of neat. We have an old pressure washer, and then this was actually used for painting cars. This is the paper that they would roll out to make sure that they didn't get any paint in the garage or on the car, so they cover the windshields with them. And then we have beer here. We have Harley Davidson beer, as well as we have the World's Fair from 1982 beer. We have an old truck here. And then Karen looked this piece up. It's quite neat. It's for gunpowder, and I think if you're interested in something like that, it's rare to find these. It's not in the best shape, so we didn't price it as we could have for the item. So if you're collecting things like that, that might be something you look into. A vintage stool, kind of neat. It's got that retro look to it. On this side, you can see more of the funnels. Get a better view of those. We have fluorescent light bulbs. Those are quite expensive at Walmart. We have a Blazer gas tank, and then we have a transmission for a Ford automobile. We just have a wide variety of items in here. And a barber chair, some storage cabinets, as well as if you're having friends and you have a lot of entertaining at your house, this would be probably a cool thing to have. You could put your beer in it or put whatever you would want in it, Coke, and put ice in it. Some really good metal bar stools. And I think that's about it, Karen. So I hope you were able to hear me. If you weren't, I apologize for that, Karen. I'm going to have to figure out this audio thing. Apparently, because last time we had the same issue. So I will say goodbye now.
And we'll post more pictures and details of the sale later on this evening. And as always, we cannot answer any pricing questions on social media. And we hope to see everybody on Thursday.
Well, thanks, Karen. Since I did the whole work, you decided at the very end to step up to the plate.
Exactly.
But I'll see you all later, and it was great to talk with you all. See ya.